Hey guys, Ripper the Rage, hope you're having a fantastic day, and I am bringing you a reaction to the Battlefield 1 trailer. So apparently, Battlefield 1 is going to take us to World War 1 or World War 2, I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be World War 1 because of the hype that's been around it. I kind of kept myself in a media blackout today, kind of ignored it all day so I wouldn't be, like, ruined by it like I was with Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare was extremely hyped for, so that couldn't be helped. But this, I decided, hey, why don't we react to this? This could be fun to watch along with you guys and see it as you guys see it. So let's go ahead and get in here. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit, and then we will go ahead and start it. This is a very short trailer, so let's see. Okay, so it is World War One. Oh, wow. These graphics, though. These aren't going to be actual in-game graphics. I can tell you that right fucking now. This is not what the game will actually look like. Okay. This is no way possible to be in-game graphics. This is 1080p pre-rendered cutscene. Okay, so it's got German tanks, got guys on horseback. That could be cool. Type 100. Nice. Not bad. Alright. So we're gonna have some not some Nazis, but some Germans against the world. Some naval battles, possibly. Artillery missions. It looks amazing, though, I have to say. It looks almost live action. That is some pretty damn good rendering. Nice cutscene. Oh, Zeppelins! Oh, that could be good. Alright, and that's on Xbox.
On Xbox One with EA Access.
Alright. So, that was pretty cool. That was not bad. It wasn't as big as the Infinite Warfare one was. It was only a minute and 19 seconds, which... I don't know, I saw a bunch of interesting things in there, but you might have wanted to put just a little bit more, I don't know, effort into it. Maybe there's really not going to be a story to this. I mean, I don't know how the story's going to go with this. It could be very interesting, it could not be very interesting. So yeah, so let's see basically what we're working with. So first off, we start with this guy getting his brains bashed in. I mean, so this is apparently what appears to be some kind of medic or something. Now, this right here, I'm kind of concerned about for time-wise, because they have this gas mask. This guy's wearing a gas mask. The helmet is cool. I don't know how historically accurate that is, because the only thing I've heard of for World War I gas masks was that urine-soaked cloths over the face. That's about all you could come up with. Maybe it's inside. I don't know. Let's look up. Let's see if they're bullshitting us with that one of just putting that in there for effect. Or let's see, World War I gas mask. So let's see. Okay, so apparently they were a thing. All right, so that is historically accurate. My bad. So that's pretty cool. I like this opening. He's got like this club weapon. So this is apparently they're lying to us already. I'm telling you this is a lie. Game engine footage. Really? EA, really, DICE? This is in-game footage? This is game engine footage. This is what the game will actually look like. Maybe in cutscenes that are pre-rendered. Now, I'm not dissing it, like, for the graphics, because Battlefield games always look really beautiful. They really look big, and there's a lot of particles, and it looks really nice. But, not trusting it that much. I mean, Battlefield 4 was great looking, but I don't want to say it's going to look like that, because it probably won't. Or it might, I don't know, because Battlefield 4 was one of those cross-platform things where it was like last gen and next gen at the same time. Same thing happened with Ghost, and so, maybe some of the textures got screwed up in those because they had to work on last gen as well as next gen. So, I don't know, this might actually look like this. I doubt it. I like 95% doubt it, but we're going to put like 5% in there for error correction. So, let's see, what else do we have going on in here? Alright, so he had some with the club there. So let's break this down. There's a guy on horseback, right? So that was a thing, horseback cavalry in the Middle East, right? So trench warfare looks good. He had just hit him with a shovel. Did you see that? Hit him with a shovel. This on his back, are those stocks to a weapon, or it looks more like crutches? I don't know, but you can see like the biplane in the background up here. I don't know how you guys are actually going to be able to see this. Yeah, you guys should be able to see this relatively fine. So this is a pretty cool scene. This I would not mind having as like my background wallpaper on my computer. That actually looks badass. So here we have some flight. So this could be interesting. potentially we could be looking at like dual pilot systems. So like we could have maybe a pilot and a gunner, which would be really cool for multiplayer if it made it into multiplayer, because Battlefield multiplayer usually gets crazy, and I'd love to see them go completely crazy with this and have like a dual pilot system, you know, like so it takes one person can fly and shoot from the front, or you can have a secondary person jump in. So kind of like a helicopter. So they're obviously not going to have helicopters because helicopters didn't exist until, God, it was like right after World War II that they started thinking up helicopters. I mean, not that they started thinking them up, but they actually started producing them and making ones that worked. So he goes through. That's a pretty badass scene. This guy goes in, crashes. So obviously Levolution, right? We know that's going to be coming back. That's a Battlefield favorite. We got the tanks. The tanks could be interesting to see. All right, so here we have the Type 100. That's a classic. Or is that the Type 100? Is it? See, this looks like the Type 100, but I could be wrong, because I know the Type 100 was in World War II, but I'm not sure about World War I. So Type 100. So what was it? Type 100 submachine gun. See, Type 100 SMG. Saw use with Imperial Japanese forces 1942 to 1945. Okay, so it seems like it was only in that. So did have impressive LMGs like Type 92. Type 100. Okay, so it seems like the Type 100 is a World War II style. Okay, so no, I'm thinking of the wrong gun then. That's the Type 100. Then what's the one I'm thinking of then? Because I'm thinking of one from like World at War that was Top Fed Drum Magazine machine gun. Okay, so this thing. This is alright, it doesn't really say what it is. The Lewis gun. The Lewis gun is a World War I era light machine gun of US design that was adopted and blankety blank blank, unlike the more common drum magazines, which holds the round parallel to the axis and are fed by spring tension. Alright, so this one would be like so this would be the Lewis gun then. This was made by apparently Americans. So this is close to what the Japanese this is kind of like what the Japanese are doing, except they were fed from the side. That was my mistake again. So it is a World War I era game. All right, so let's stop right here and let's see what this is, because let's take notice of what just happened in this scene. So let's kind of like slow it down a bit. All right, so here's some Levolution in the background. Here's this guy he's getting shot at. His buddy just fell down. This guy's gonna kill this guy, obviously. And then it transitions. See this yellow smoke? Watch what happens in the next few seconds. He immediately puts on a gas mask. So it went by so fast, but look. He puts on a gas mask, so we could be seeing some kind of like, yeah, this is, because that is mustard gas. That is the gas that they used in World War I, which is super exciting, because that could mean big things for multiplayer. That could mean, like, we could have artillery mounts, like how in Battlefield 4 you had, like, the launcher turrets that you could get on, or the gun turrets on certain maps that you could get on. And so you get on those, but instead of having, like, tow missiles or something on it, you could fire that. Or maybe have a tank attachment that shot out tear gas or just dispersed it around the tank so people couldn't run up on you. That could be cool. But this looks really cool. I like the scratches and the dust kind of on this. Makes it very realistic. So this guy looks badass, I have to say. Like, he's like completely covered. He's got one little eye hole right here where my cursor is. But other than that, he's covered head to toe. That's about as medieval in warfare that you can get. That's nasty. It seems to have some kind of like big machine gun. Yeah, it looks like a ripped off MG42. Oh man, it looks nice. Okay, so let's go back here. So we got the trenches and whatnot. So they're running up this hill trying to take it. This dude gets his brain splattered. These appear to be, I don't know which soldiers these are. They appear to be French by their helmet design. Their helmet design seems to be French. So, all right, I like this. The air. So we've got air combat returning, obviously. This mountain range actually looks strikingly similar to the Dragon Pass. Is it Dragon Pass? Yeah, Dragon Valley is the No Shar Canals remake. In Battlefield 4, they have the No Shar Canals remake, which is Dragon Valley. Then I think Dragon's Pass is in another one that I played. So this looks remarkably similar to that. So they might be just recycling the map, but still, it's a nice big map. Usual Battlefield. You know, big, intense maps. Okay, so here... This is cool. I like this because here's the tank. This is like, I think it's a German tank because I know if people had tanks, but I'm pretty sure this is the German version of it because of the color scheme and everything. It may be somebody else's, I'm not sure. So they got the little decal of the guy riding the horse into battle, so they're like the cavalry, which is cool. This is a beautiful shot of the trenches, because this is exactly what they're like. Pallets on the floor, mud, barely 2x4s holding up the walls, some barbed wire. This is cool. This guy's fixing his bayonet for a trench charge. Here comes the tank, and then flamethrower. That is what I'm psyched the most for, because that is one weapon in FPS that I love absolutely. In Black Ops 1, that was the attachment I used the most, was my flamethrower, because it was so fun to use. And the Purifier in Black Ops 3, so fun. So I would love to see a return of this. I don't want to see incendiary grenades, because those are annoying as shit in Battlefield 4 and in Battlefield Hardline. Those are really annoying. They're fun, but they're extremely annoying, and I don't think anybody likes them. This could be interesting because it could be both strong, so you could like shoot out, napalm style flamethrower like 50 feet in front of you and just douse an area. That would be amazing. But at the same time, they could have some kind of weakness to it, to where you become exposed, and if enough shots are hit on your back, like direct back shots, it could blow up the tank and gib you, and you could explode into pieces. I would love gibbing. Please do that, Battlefield. I would love if you put gibbing in this game. So we got the train. So maybe we could potentially see something like Obliteration coming back. For those that don't know, in Battlefield 4, there was a game mode Obliteration where there was a neutral bomb, and there were 3 bomb sites, 1 for your enemies, and three for your enemies and 3 for you. And the basic goal, it was kind of like Smear the Queer with a bomb. So each team tried to grab the bomb and go to the enemy's site and blow it up. And whichever team blew up the most sites wins. Well, this train could be interesting. We could maybe have a circular track or a train yard that the train is going through. Maybe kind of like a Team Fortress thing where you have to move the train and that's the objective. Or maybe a map on the train itself. Like it's just railing through the countryside and the whole map is on the train. Like some tight corridor. Operation Locker. Right? They like to remake Operation Locker into Battlefield 4. Did they? I don't know. They like their tight spaces, is what I'm saying. They like to remake maps and put them into their newer games. They like to remake tight corridor maps because as Battlefield is a big battle type game, and I do love the big maps, the corridor shooting style is really hectic and really fun at times. It's great for multi-kills. So we see a guy. It appears to me there's maybe a guy or a steamer thing up here. Yeah, it looked like it was just a steamer thing. So this gets me giddy as all hell, because this could be fun to actually be able to get in this in multiplayer maybe. Jump in these big guns. I doubt it, but jump in these big guns on a battleship and just knock the shit out of the enemy on shore. That would be so cool to get on a battleship and just blow bitches up with 5-inch guns. So we got some air combat, obviously. Fan favorite. Everybody loves the air combat. Alright, so here's some mortar systems, right? We got some artillery shells. I mean, look at all the spent shells piled up here and all the shells to be spent right here. So cool. So cool. There could be maybe like a fire defend mission where you guys have to like hold the line and you send out artillery to blow up the enemy forces trying to cross the line. And as the enemies push up, the line moves a little further and a little further. Fix your bayonets and go in for a trench charge. Oh, it would be so fun if that was in multiplayer. That would be a great game mode if they did something to that effect. Sort of like a trench siege. There you go. Or trench charge could be the name of the game mode. And basically it'd be kind of like Rush without the MCOMs. Instead of MCOMs, you could have like artillery sites that you have to blow up. So maybe DICE, maybe reskin Rush, maybe. Rush was a great game mode. All right, so what do we got? This dude's like, oh my god, my ears. He couldn't hear anything. And then there's this dude, and he's like, oh my god. Mother of God. Like that face. Can we just look at his face again, please? Look at his face. He's just like, I'm gonna fucking die. Just look at his face. He's so intense. Alright, so this is what got me most hyped. This is what excited me the most about the trailer, was the Zeppelin. Oh my god, it's so fucking awesome. Airship battles could be amazing. It could be an amazing game mode. You could... Oh, it would be so great. Or just that could be like your base of operations, that it flies around the map, and you kind of like could propel out of it or like parachute out of it to get into the battle. Oh, that'd be so cool if they did something like that. I mean, you could have like some kind of defense mode, so kind of like in Rush in the air. It's like a siege mode on the Zeppelin. You could have, planes firing at it, this, that, and the other, and you cripple vital points, and then you go and you land on it. Or you or basically it like crashes into the ground, and then you guys try and go in and get whatever things it is. Or maybe just take out the plane. I mean, see who destroys whose Zeppelin first. You know, little offense and defense at the same time. I always like that in Battlefield games. Gotta play, gotta play defensively and offensively simultaneously. So this is coming, when? Do we have a date?
Play it first on Xbox One with EA Access.
Okay, do we have an actual date? Okay, so October 21st. So January, February, March, April, hold on. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Okay, so they're gonna get the jump on Call of Duty with this. Okay, so there's apparently going to be a beta, right? There's early access to the beta. I remember playing the Battlefield 4 beta, so it was an open beta. Frostbite game engine footage, representative of Xbox One, not actual gameplay. See, that's why I told you guys. It's not actual gameplay, right? It just represents the game engine, not the actual game. So I think that's a bit of a lie. I think they should not do that. That's scummy to do it like that, because in the Infinite Warfare trailer, right? Can we look at, actually, let's look that up real quick. Let me bring that up for you guys real quick, and we will, see that real quick. So we can kind of do a comparison of the two. I don't want to trash either game. They're both great games. They're both fun. But can we kind of look at some of the points that we know are obviously in-game footage? Like, here, let me, get it up to 1080 so it knows what the hell it's doing. So if maybe we get to, like, where's the space scene where the robot throws you in? Nope. I'm looking for the scene where the guy actually throws him in. Or this is kind of good right here. This is good. So if we look at this, we can get like a scene where he's not fucking the camera completely. Okay, where's the scene with the robot? Because this is a really good one. All right, so right here, if we watch this, this is gonna look like, this is obviously in-game footage, right? This is first-person in-game footage, obviously. Right. So while, you know, having some of it to be pre-rendered cutscene and showing off the game's engine is great, I'd rather have more moments where it's like in-game footage, because in here, I mean, you see all this beautiful, beautiful scenery that's great, but it's all cutscene. It's not actual game footage. Like, you don't see at any point in here do you see actual gameplay. I mean, we can skip all over this video and there's no actual gameplay going on. You can tell these are pre-rendered cutscenes. You can tell by the way the camera angle is. There's no first-person mode to this. Like, no first-person. Let's watch the entire thing again, shall we? Tell me where you see first-person in this. Or third-person even, like in a vehicle. So there's that. So let's compare the two. So this is one of the only first-person shots we get. And this is, like, very, very short. And then we compare that to this. Like, let's look. That, movie quality. And then we get to this, which at a glance, it can look normal. At a glance, it can look beautiful. But if you notice, these dust clouds are pretty solid for dust clouds, right? These clouds are a little solid. You can tell some of the texturing's pretty smooth, right? There's not really, you know, much rendering on it, right? There's like no litter on the ground here. It's very stamped down. Not a lot of forest litter, just a couple ferns here or there, some trees in the background, but everything in the foreground seems a little fuzzy. I mean, it still looks great. I'm not trying to trash the game for its graphics, but that's one. I've counted one scene where we've gone first person. So that's one. Are we gonna get any more? Looks like no. I mean, we can search all day long, but I don't think we're gonna get another one. So these are, I mean, you can tell these are pre-rendered cutscenes. So, I mean, even this is just a cutscene. You can obviously tell that. And that's it. Game concluded. You got 1 point. Now in here, it gave you like 2 or maybe 3 points where it's actual in-game first-person perspective. I'm not saying all of it is, but most of it, or not most. I don't want to say most. I want to say there was at least more than one, you know, where it was in-game. I mean, let's look at this. Let's look at the scene where he's in the jet, and I'm not sure if that's considered cutscene or not, because it's kind of in-game, right? You just jump in the jet and you go off. So this is in-game. This is in-game, maybe. Might be transitioned to a cutscene beautifully, so you never tell, but I don't see why they would do that. And it still seems pretty alright. So, as kind of a graphics comparison, it seems like Battlefield tried to hide the graphics a little more. So if you didn't do a trailer breakdown like this, you probably wouldn't notice. But we did a trailer breakdown. We noticed, you know, Frostbite game engine, representative of Xbox One, not actual gameplay. So, this is what you got to be wary of with some of these trailers, guys, is that you got to be careful of that. And I mean, just to be fair, let's go back to Infinite Warfare and let's just make sure they didn't slip something in there, right? Let's just, to be fair, if we're going to judge one, let's judge both. So we go all the way to the end here. We see the very, very end with all the fine print. Okay, so this is all the fine print here. See, import trademarks. Nope, no giant letters that say not actually game footage. So, should they be saying that? No, they should have said that, you know, some parts are, you know, cutscenes, because some of them obviously were, right? But you could tell. I mean, this is an impressive shot, though. This is great cover art for this. So it's going to be available worldwide October 21st, which means the beta is probably going to take place for a week. About, I'd say at the beginning of October. They're probably going to do it October, like, 1st or 3rd, something like that, and then have it run for a week, and then have people wait 2 weeks for the game. That's usually how the betas run for these games. Speaking of which, I'm playing the Overwatch beta right now, and it's phenomenal. Like, if I had the money, I would so pre-order Overwatch, because it looks so good. So, they're calling this Battlefield 1, which I don't see why they didn't just call it, you know, Battlefield. They didn't just call it Battlefield, like, just Battlefield. Which, I mean, I guess they already had one in the series named that, but instead of calling it 1, they could have gone, you know, Battlefield 1912 or Battlefield, you know, Battlefield First Steps, Battlefield, Nye. I don't know, Battlefield Nye. There you go. That's a great title for it. But they could have chosen something else, Battlefield 5 maybe, or Battlefield, Battlefield colon, let's see, what would be a good one? Battlefield colon European Warfare, or Battlefield, well, no, that's more Call of Duty's thing, is to call it something Warfare. Like, there's, yeah, they're more two-name things. So Battlefield 1912, I think, would have been a better one, or Battlefield, German Assault, you know, something like that. I don't know, but, yeah, that was it for the, Battlefield 1 trailer. Which, it looks spectacular. The pre-rendered shit looked amazing, but it's not actual game footage, so I gotta take points off for that one. But the game does look exciting. A lot of potential for cool multiplayer stuff. Like, if they don't have some kind of trench charge rush type game mode for this, I'm gonna be really disappointed. And if they don't have bayonets, they better fucking have bayonets in the multiplayer. I'm just saying, that better be an attachment for your barrel, because. And make it like, kind of like in Modern Warfare, where you could, like, turn your night vision on and off by pressing up on the D-pad. You would, like, pull the visor down and pull it back up. Do something like that, right? So if you pull, like how you pull your gadgets out in Battlefield, do the same thing. So no bayonet, firing, and then hit left on the D-pad, and he pulls out a bayonet, and he screws it on in 2 seconds, and then he's got a bayonet to stab people with. That would have been amazing to see in the trailer. That would have been a really good scene. That would have sold me on the game a little bit more. I mean, I still want to get this game. It still looks fantastic. And I still want to play this a lot. It looks really interesting. But that would have been a really cool scene, to have, like, you know, a guy just plink, 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 kind of like shooting with an old carbine or something, and just plink, 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 or pink, chink, chink, plink, kind of with a bolt action, and then he sees a bunch of guys rushing, and then he quickly reaches into a pocket, grabs a bayonet, screws it on, shows some actual first-person footage, and then just stabs a guy coming over the trench. That would be amazing, actually. Add maybe some animations in the multiplayer. This is asking a lot. I know I'm asking a lot, but it could be really cool to have animations in multiplayer for bayonet kills, or knife. I mean, they already do it for knife kills, right? So why not have bayonet kills where it, like, takes you in, he stabs them. Like, if he's in the back, he stabs him up, or if it's you know, in the front, he kind of stabs him and shoves him into the ground. You know, if or maybe have a rare one, have some of your rare animations like they like to do, how they did the Battlefield 4 rare reload animations. They could have some of, like, the rare situations where the dude will actually take the rifle and, like, beat somebody's ass down with it. Like, he would just beat his face in with the butt of the rifle intensely, like, just, like, super intense. That'd be cool. Oh god, what game was that has that? There's a game where you can do, Doom. Doom has that. Doom has an animation finisher where you can actually, like, beat a bitch and then it'll just crack his face. Or was it? Oh, now I'm curious, because I know they have multiplayer finishers, but I'm not sure if that's the game I'm thinking of. Alright, I sat here for longer than I should have, trying to figure out what that was I was thinking of. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then do the usual. Like, subscribe, check out my streams, and I will see you guys in the next video. Reap the Rager, signing off.